Hey guys, it's Randy and Amanda, and we're out on vacation. No, not vacation. We're here getting straw, and as you know, we do straw bale gardening. So we're here picking up, hopefully, as long as we can fit it, 10 bales of straw to do a lot more straw bale gardening this year. Plans are to grow our tomatoes, peppers, and sweet potato in the straw bales this year. And to do that, because of how many we have growing in our little greenhouse right now, we need quite a few. So we're out locally, and this is a place we usually get our straw, and it's an honorary system, $3 a bale, and just put it in the jar and take your bales. But we have a lot of friendly faces out here. We've got a little Huff and Puff over here, and old Gray, and they always greet you with really vicious barks, but they are like just little powder puffs. So anyway, we're gonna get our straw bales in the trailer, get them home, and get it started. So yeah, so we'll see you guys back at home when we start planting and everything. So we'll keep you updated.
Okay guys, a few days have passed since bringing the straw bales home. We've had them in place for 3 days, and during those 3 days we have thoroughly watered every day. The point during those 3 days is just to keep those bales really wet. The first day was easy because it rained a lot the first day, so that was easy. After that we had to water just ourselves, which is quite a time-consuming thing, but hey, it's only for a few days. Now it is day 4. And I want to tell you what you're doing from day 4, 5, and 6. You are adding in a nitrogen. This is blood meal, and if you do some research, you may see adding blood meal or bone meal or other amendments. If you see a previous video of ours, you'll see bone meal, but since then we have done more research and learned blood meal is better than bone meal for adding to your straw bales to condition them, because you're really looking for a lot of nitrogen, and there's much more nitrogen in blood meal. There's other things you can add, but to me this is really the easiest thing that we have access to. So in research, I've seen anywhere from half a cup of this a day to 3 cups of this a day per bale. So I'm going to say I'm going to use quite a bit for these 3 days. That's my official unit of measure in this, is quite a bit. After those 3 days, I will use less than that. Basically about half that. So if you want to come on in here, I'm going to put some of this on the straw bale and just show you what we're doing. Come on in. Okay, so I'm sprinkling it in. You can measure it out if you want. I'm aiming for between half a cup and a cup. I don't want to use more than that, or it's going to start costing me a lot of money. And the point of the straw bales, of course, is not to break your bank. So I've sprinkled quite a bit on here, and now I'm going to water it in. Now it's best to use water that hasn't been chlorinated, or isn't chlorinated, but use what you have access to. I have a rain barrel, so this water has not had chlorine in it. So I'm going to, it's actually full of lots of nice organisms and stuff. It's kind of an interesting orangey color. I'm going to pour that in. And you want to get it real wet. You want to try to get as much of that blood meal in as you can. As deep penetrating as you can into the bale. You may wish to actually poke holes in your bale to help the blood meal penetrate deeper. This is going to help get the compost really going inside that bale. It's going to really heat it up for a few days. And that's what you want to do. Add water till you feel like it's really wet in there. Alright, that's the end of my bucket, but feel free to keep adding water till you feel like it's really wet. That's about it. I'm going to do that for the next 3 days, and then after that I'm going to do about half as much blood meal per day. I'm going to add the blood meal every day, okay? So I'm going to do that for a few days, and then hopefully this will have reached a real good temperature inside the bale, and then the temperature will start decreasing and going back to a more normal soil temperature, and that's when you're ready to start planting. The whole process from the day you set up your bales to the day that you plant is likely to be about 10 days, give or take. All right, see ya in a couple days. Okay guys, so a couple of weeks have passed now since we started conditioning the straw bales. First few days, lots of water, then 3 days of putting lots of blood meal, and then 3 days of just a little bit of blood meal, and then continue with just water until you're ready to plant. You need to keep the straw bales wet at all times during the conditioning stage, because that's what keeps it getting warm and composting inside. Now, I don't own a compost thermometer, but I did use my meat thermometer. Don't you want to come eat at my house? I used my meat thermometer to check the temperature of the straw bales. Meat thermometer is not as good as a compost thermometer because the temperature starts way too high on a meat thermometer. But I was able to determine that the temperature was up around about 120 degrees, so it was hot enough at the midpoint of this conditioning process. That was towards the end of the time when I was putting lots of blood meal in, and then progressively after that the temperature dropped down till it wasn't registering on my meat thermometer anymore. So it did get up to temperature and then lowered, and that's exactly what you want it to do. So I am ready now to plant. One thing I noticed, and you'll likely notice too, is that I now have straw or wheat grass growing in my straw bales, and that's not a big deal. You can pull them out, you can give it a haircut, you can leave it. It's up to you what you decide to do about that. I'm kind of pulling out some but leaving most of it. Well, come on in. I'm ready to plant. So we've put a hole in here. You can just put a spike in and just kind of go like this to make yourself a hole, or you can pull it out, which is what Randy did. He pulled out a chunk, and I'm ready to plant. You don't need to add extra soil. You can add some compost or extra soil, but you don't need to. If you're planting seedlings. If you're planting a seed, yeah, put some soil in there to put the seed into, but it's just a place for it to start. All right, this is not a very wet plant, but in it goes. That's it. That's it. I'm just going to put the straw back in down around it, not adding any extra soil. I'm going to give it a good watering, but that's it. You can grow right in a straw bale just like that. That's it. That's what I'm doing. There it is, guys. That easy. It's ready. It's going to grow all summer. I hope. I'll keep you updated. But that's how you do straw bale gardening. That's how you condition it, get it ready to plant. That's how you plant. That's it. Guys, subscribe if you like this video. If you don't like it, subscribe anyway. Hit like if you do like it. Don't like if you don't like it. Kind of hurts my feelings. Check us out on facebook.com/gettingtheregreen. Check out our website, gettingtheregreen.com. You can interact with us on Facebook. We're on there all the time. And check back, see how we're doing later in the summer. And it was fun doing this with you. I can't wait to see what these 10 straw bales are going to do for me this year. All right, guys, try this out. Let me know how it works for you. Have a good one.